Hi, just drinking my tea. And whilst drinking my tea, I realised I hadn't done an updated video since I moved in on my desk layout. If you probably recall, if you watched one of my previous videos where I was setting up my home and giving you a tour of my home in the video, I showed you the layout of my desk, which was albeit temporary while I was actually getting organised and moving in. But now it's complete. I thought I'd do a new video with a tour of my desk on how it looks now. If you have any suggestions or comments, improvements, or if you do things differently, do let me know in the comments down below, and I will reply to as many comments as I can. So just to recap, if you haven't seen that previous video, it was a bit of a mess, but it's only a temporary setup, but still I've actually rearranged it all now. So I'll show you that video, what it was like before now, and then we'll go on and I'll show you the video of what it's like now. There's my FlexiSpot desk, which I've already assembled so that I can do some work in the meantime before I get the full set of equipment and networking in place. In the corner there's also my Synology NAS, which I can access files from temporarily until the full network setup gets completed. I did actually make a mistake with the FlexiSpot desk. I ordered the 140cm one instead of the 120, so the desk has had to go in that direction, which of course is right in the corner near the built-in wardrobes. What I did want to do was have the desk in the corner so that it went from one end of the wardrobe to the corner of the wall there, but there's only space for a 120cm long desk, so I'll have to order a new desktop and take the legs off this one and put the legs on the new one. There's some built-in wardrobes. This wardrobe doesn't have a door on it at the moment for some unknown reason, but I will be getting one fitted. In fact, I actually made a big mistake there with buying a too larger FlexiSpot desk. So I ended up having to get the smaller one. However, this desk is actually not so long, but it is actually slightly wider. From memory, I believe it's 80cm in width, whereas the previous FlexiSpot desk was only 70cm in width. So as you can see, I've now got the FlexiSpot desk in the corner instead of hanging over the window. The chair I have is actually and a seat, and actually these seats are very reasonable. I purchased it from Amazon. It's actually very reasonable and it's actually very comfortable. You get the back support pad and you also get thick cushioning on the actual seat itself, and the back is shaped nicely, and also you get a headrest support, which I don't actually use. I don't need it at the moment. And give you a closer look at the desk. So underneath the desk you'll see I have my PC, and all of the cables from the back of the PC you'll see are actually on a ledge, and they're also in some actual cable sleeving, which is the white cable sleeving you will see there, and it does actually tidy the cables up and groups them together a lot better. There is actually some cable mess there, which I'm not bothered about because you don't really see it underneath the desk. The connections to the network actually go to the Cat6 wall outlet point there, where there's 4 sockets there. One is actually for the PC, one is actually for the voice over IP telephone, and the other one is for the printer. One spare Cat6 Ethernet wall jack there, just in case I need a spare one. So moving up to the desk, you'll see I have 2 drawers either side. There's one there, which these actually slide out. They're plastic drawers and they were from Amazon. They're just self-adhesive and they just stick to the underside of the desk. So moving on, as I said, to the desk surface, It is actually a FlexiSwap desk. On the desk I have a notebook and pen which I make notes on. I have the voice over IP telephone, which is connected to a voice over IP telephone service provider, and that is voipphone.co.uk if anyone's interested in a reliable and decently priced voice over IP telephone provider here in the UK. I do actually have 3 extensions, therefore multiple lines, which enable conferencing, transfer, divert and all those facilities that you get on any standard quality voice over IP provider. I have speakers. I can't remember what make the speakers are. They're not expensive speakers, they're quite reasonably priced. They do the job just for reviewing videos and listening to music and so on. On the actual desk surface itself, I have a Nordic by Design leather desk mat, which I've just temporarily stuck down with some double-sided self-adhesive tape just to stop it moving about. The keyboard, and that is actually a Logitech MX Master, and it has clicky silent keys on it, which are, if I show you, it has the brown coloured keycaps underneath. The monitor is actually a ViewSonic, and it's a 27-inch and it's a 2K monitor. I can't remember the actual model number. It will go up to 144 Hz. Moving across, we have the other speaker, which is powered into the mains and also into the other speaker the other side. The mouse mat is actually a Logitech mouse mat. It's quite a thin one, but it does the job. It's reliable, doesn't slip, doesn't cause the mouse to actually jump. Moving on to the mouse, I'm actually using a Logitech MX Master 3S, and I can honestly say this is the best mouse I've ever used. Some people might think of it as being a weird shaped mouse, but it actually does fit the hand perfectly. I'm not a person with big hands, and I still find it very comfortable to use. With regard to cable management, you can see there that I've got 2 extension leads, which are USB extension leads coming from the back of the PC down below, and I put them there in one of the rubber cable clips. They are USB sockets. They're both actually USB-C sockets, which I can just plug devices in, for example microphones and such, which I need on my desk, so they're very useful rather than having to reach under the PC all the time. I do actually have an adapter in the second one which converts it from USB-C to USB-A, which I can just remove as necessary depending on whether I'm using USB-A or C devices. The cables behind the desk, they're fairly tidy. They're in white cable sleeving, which I've done sort of a good a job as I could without actually disconnecting everything. It does actually look a lot tidier than it did before. There, which is my dimmer switch and controller for my monitor light, which sits on top of the monitor, as you'll see there. That is actually my new desk layout, which I hope you like and find it definitely a better improvement from what the previous desk was. Yes, so that's the new desk layout. Hope you like this video. Keep a lookout as more videos are coming soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.